Hi, Nicole here from Melbourne, Australia. Today I'm going to call my little talk Your Truth Unveiled. So, what I mean by that is, I guess we're all born into a family, into a life, into a culture, into a way of being, and our truth becomes a little bit distorted because we have factors such as, expectations from people that we love, that are in our life, and we often, fall into this trap of people pleasing and following a direction that is sort of, I guess, that falls upon us by the people that we are surrounded by. And we, over time, really lose the clarity. And there's almost like a veil that sits between us and our truth. And I think this pandemic is really, really forcing us to remove that veil and to remove the hidden truth of who we truly are. I was actually talking to a friend the other day, and she's a female like me, and we were talking about how we're currently in lockdown here in Melbourne, stage 4. So we're pretty much housebound other than essential goods. And it's really, really interesting as a female who, I guess, most people like to take care of themselves and take care of their outer beauty and all of that. And we were just talking about how, I guess this lockdown has forced us to really let go of this fake image of ourselves. Like a lot of women, they will have this routine where you would do your beauty regimen. Some women do the Botox, some women do the fake eyelashes, the nails, the hair, the color, and all of these things that have masked our real self. And so during this lockdown, obviously none of these things can happen, and you're sort of forced to let go of all of those little escapes and little sort of, I guess it's like a bit of a, you're tricking yourself really, because the more that you are addicted to bettering yourself, or the way you see it is bettering yourself through unnatural ways. I guess this lockdown is forcing us to be in our truth, because there's nothing you can do. You don't have those services available to you. So suddenly it's like having to strip back, these layers and these peels and these, like an onion, and strip back all of these fake perceptions of ourselves. And, so many women believe that, they will be accepted by friends or even by themselves. When they look in the mirror and they've had all of this work done, and it's really like a covering. It's like a real escaping from who you truly are and showing yourself to the world, presenting yourself to the world in a way that's not really authentic, because it's not really who you are. So it's a very interesting discussion, because right now a lot of women cannot do that. Perhaps men as well, going to the gym and doing the outer work and beefing up and all of that. The thing is that we are now in a place where we really have to live with our truth, and we really have to accept our truth. And a lot of the escapes and the all of the things that we add on to embellish ourselves are not available to us. So it's very interesting to see how we are being forced to be real on a physical level, and present ourselves, to go out in the street without having done your hair, without all of this stuff. So it's really like, if you look at what the pandemic is creating, it really is bringing ourselves back to our truth and to our real reality, not our fake reality. And you know, this is on a physical level, and I guess once you start to accept yourself for who you truly are on a physical level, you can start really going into the deeper parts of yourself on a spiritual level. As you can see, I've got this dream catcher, which actually represents the 7 chakras. Now, if you don't know what the 7 chakras are, these are the 7 energy centers which are not physically seen by us, you know, on a physical level, but these energy centers are there energetically. Every body has the 7 energy centers. And the 7 chakras are basically the top one, which is that purple indigo color. That is the crown chakra, and that's it's the chakra at the top of your head, and that's your connection to your source. Some people may call it the God self, but that's your connection to that higher self, you know, that inner voice, that you feel a connection to something bigger than who you are. So that's the crown chakra. The one below that is the third eye chakra, which is you sort of going within, going internal. So it's going into your inner truth. So that's when you meditate, when you connect with that part of yourself that really knows your journey and knows your truth. The third one, which is the blue chakra, which is your throat chakra. So your throat chakra is your ability to speak your truth. It's your voice. So if your throat chakra is not balanced, then you may you know, not be able to be your free self, not be able to speak how you feel, and often you would get sore throats, and you would get problems in your throat area. The one below that is the green one, which is the heart chakra. So the heart chakra is your ability to love yourself and your ability to love others, and so it's your heart chakra. It's the love that you are able to give and to receive. So if that's not balanced, then, you know, like, basically we want all of our chakras to be balanced, and you can read more about it. There's a lot of work that's, you know, even on YouTube, to learn a bit about the chakras, because we really do want all of our chakras to be balanced. The one below that, which is the yellow chakra, which is just below the stomach, and that's called the solar plexus chakra, and that's our it's how you feel about yourself. It's your emotional connection with yourself, and how it's your aspect of how you see yourself and how you accept yourself. And that's a very important one. And when you're in a relationship that's not healthy, that's usually the chakra that goes out of balance. And a lot of people have sort of gut issues and you know, soreness around the stomach area, because you are actually not in an emotionally good place, like you're in conflict within your inner truth. So that's the solar plexus. And the one below that is the hang on, which one? The sacral chakra. So the sacral chakra is basically your creativity. It's the orange one. It's your creativity and your sexual energy. So that's just sort of like below, just sort of in the navel area, just below there. And so that's where your creative energy comes out, and you know, your ability to write, or to do music, or to do art. It's all that creative energy, and it's also your sexual energy. So when that's blocked, then you're not in the flow. And the last one is the root chakra, and that's the red one. And your root chakra is your base chakra. It's basically your safety. It's your home. It's your feeling of protection and security. And obviously, you know, if that's out of balance, you're in that fight and flight mode. You feel like you're not accepted. You feel like you're not secure. So your base is your root chakra, which is your security. So really going into our inner truths, and going into really looking at what chakras are and aren't balanced, and feeling it in your body. I mean, you can go into meditation, you could just sort of like just touch those, you know, those areas in your body, and just ask your body to be balanced, and feel if there's pain in any parts of those areas, because usually the pain is the physical, it's basically, you know, the physical way that your body speaks to you, but it's all coming from an emotional place. It's all coming from you not being balanced in one of those chakra energy centers. So you can go and see healers that are able to do some chakra balancing. You can also find ways of doing it for yourself on self-help videos on chakra balancing. And I guess when your chakras are aligned and balanced, you are really able to be in the flow. It means that energetically you can pursue your dreams, you can intuitively feel other people. It gives you a real feeling of being in the flow, as opposed to when your chakras are not balanced. There are blockages. You are not allowing the flow to come to you. So it's worth learning about your chakras, because it's not something we can visually see, but energetically, I mean, there is lots of scientific work done on chakras and balancing chakras, and the importance of having your chakras balanced, because over time, when your energy centers are not balanced and they go really off balance, it can present itself in some diseases, and this is because of years and years of being so off balance that it just physically becomes a dis-ease. And obviously the word disease is when your body is not at ease, dis-ease. So just wanted to speak to you about the way that we can remove the facade. We can start being physically in our truth and start going into ourselves and being emotionally in our truth, because your inner beauty is what brings out the outer beauty. I mean, if you're doing the inner work, it shows. It shows in your eyes, it shows in your glow, it shows in your aura. Having your chakras balanced is one of the most important things that you can do for yourself, so that you can become more in the flow. You can attract the right people to come into your life and the right circumstances to come, and you can see the energetic work that you can do on yourself. And it's becoming more and more known by people that that the chakras really are the energy centers which really need to be maintained and balanced at all times. So hope you take an interest in doing some research about balancing your chakras, and you will feel incredible when you start attending to those energy centers and balancing them out. So have a wonderful day, and we will be in touch soon.